And welcome into another edition of the Hustle Show podcast here on WagerTalk TV for this Hustle Short on Monday, November 7th. I am Mark Zinno, joined, as always, by my friend, my partner in crime, the prop master himself, Brian Power, as he joins us here on this Monday. BP, great to be with you as always. Follow him on Twitter at @BrianPower_wins or on Instagram at BrianPowerWT, which does not stand for white trash. It stands for WagerTalk.
No.
Brian Power comes from Ohio. And there's a lot of white trash in Ohio. Anyway.
Thank you. Thank you for that incredible introduction. Yes.
What else can I do? Hey, listen, you and I go way back. Lot to get to. Look, I mean, we have college hoops kicking off today. We have a full NBA slate tonight, NHL. Make sure you guys go to WagerTalk.com for the breakdowns on all those games, all those sports, predictions, breakdowns, every sport you can think of every single day. Of course, don't forget to check out the entirety of the Hustle Show podcast coming up this Thursday, 7 p.m. Eastern, right here on the WagerTalk YouTube channel. But manifestly tonight, Brian and I will do as we always do every Monday and break down the Monday Night Football game between the New York Jets and the almost said San Diego, the Los Angeles Chargers at MetLife Stadium. Jets catching 3.5 here at home. And a total now that I just saw, BP, tick up to 40.5. So the total is starting to move up, which is a little bit interesting here. So we will look at this game here. And as always, guys, Brian and I will take a quick look in the prop market as we've had a lot of success as of late in the prop market. You and I have on these Monday night games. So we'll continue to try to get you guys some stuff there. But any quick thoughts on the total now ticking upward?
Yeah, that surprises me because I don't need to tell you primetime unders are very much a thing. After Sunday night's game between Cincinnati and Buffalo stayed under the total. That is now 21 of 28 primetime games this year that have stayed under the total. That is 75%, a very high total. Now, the number's low here, okay? It did get all the way down to 39.5. And honestly, I'm not surprised that we've got a low total. Look, the Jets, they might be 4-3. They might have won 3 straight, but the offense is still not good, okay? Particularly Zach Wilson. Now, I know you're going to touch on Zach Wilson here in a moment. I will point out the Jets offensively, 3rd worst in total yards, 4th worst in DVOA. Wilson, he's near the bottom in PFF grade and completion percentage over expectation. You look at the Jets as a team, they've gotten over 22 only once all season, and that was a 31-21 win over Denver where they got a defensive touchdown and a safety. So they are a team that you can pretty much pencil in as probably 21 or less. And as maligned as the Chargers defense has been, Mark, okay, and it's a weakness. I'm not going to say it's a great defense by any stretch. It's been better of late. They just faced a bad Bears offense, which I think is a good comp because the Jets offense, as I just laid out, isn't very good. Hold the Bears to 13 points last week. It was the 4th straight under for the Chargers, okay? And during that stretch, LA is allowing 20.3 points, 346 yards per game. Pretty good, I think. Justin Herbert's top 2 targets we should talk about. I'll come back to this when I discuss my prop. They're out, okay? Palmer and Williams, both on IR. So, and the Jets have a very good secondary. There's no doubt about what side of the ball the Jets are stronger on. It's defensively. They only give up 18.4 points per game. So I am a little surprised, Mark, that the total has ticked back up this morning. Would have thought with all the primetime unders coming in, kind of the state of these 2 offenses, that people would not be running to the window to bet an over. But then again, the public loves to bet an over, and it is a low number.
Yeah, and look, a couple other things to note here. Every time the Chargers in recent weeks had to step up in class defensively, they have failed. Against Dallas, they only scored 17. Against the Chiefs, they only scored 17. And even against a very good Raiders defense, which people forget is still actually pretty good statistically, they only scored 24 in a game that they won. So I think the Jets' challenge here is to keep the Chargers under 24, as you said, because I think if you're going to back the Jets with that extra hook, and oh, by the way, when we look at the WagerTalk odds screen, we're seeing that the Chargers are now like -3.5 even money. So that means, the 3.5 that you're taking with the Jets, you're paying a little extra juice on here. We might even see this thing move to 3. And that would correlate with the over, right? I mean, if this thing is going to go over, it's because the Jets are going to get 220 or more. Like, that's the only way this thing goes over. I think the Jets defense is very good, but is it realistic to think they're going to keep the Chargers to 20 or less? that's a tough sell. So I think the game from that standpoint, and the game script say if the over's starting to come in, it's because they're trusting the Jets to actually find some value in being able to score against this Chargers defense. Now, I'll jump right into my prop here for the night here, BP, since it correlates to what I was just talking about. Because
Awesome.
when you look at this game manifestly, the Chargers defense, crazy to think, they have the sixth best run defense in the league, but the 32nd pass defense, the absolute worst pass defense in the league. And look, I'm going to do this to myself because I'm a glutton for punishment. But Zach Wilson, who has been inconsistent at best this year, his passing yards prop is at 214.5. I posted this up as a free play. It's also a client play for me over at Sports Memo, sm.buzz/MZ. But Zach Wilson, over 214 passing yards here for this game. Now, he's averaged 218 over the last 4 games, and he went over this number twice. The Chargers pass defense giving up passing yards to opposing quarterbacks per game. You ready for this? The very popular Tyson Badgett, 232 yards, 424 to Patrick Mahomes, 272 to Dak Prescott, 238 to the ever-impressive Aiden O'Connell, 367 to Kirk Cousins, 246 to the wonderfully gunslinging Ryan Tannehill, and 466 to Tua. So Wilson doesn't necessarily have to be particularly special in this game to be able to go over this number. That said, there's no denying this is going to be a sweat. And if Wilson can eclipse 200 yards, or in this case, 214.5 yards, there may be no literal hope for him as an NFL quarterback. That's just the way I see it. So if you can't do it today, Zach Wilson, hang it up and go sell insurance or something, or hang out with your friend's mom. I don't know what to tell you, but that's kind of right now, because 214.5 should be a number he should be able to eclipse easily.
Well, from what I understand, hanging out with his friend's mom goes a lot better than selling insurance. But that's, again, probably a different podcast for a different day.
He's probably more likely to complete passes with his friend's mom than he is to an NFL wide receiver. So.
Absolutely, absolutely. Now, one thing the Jets have not done, Mark, I'm going to exercise some caution here. They've only gone over 300 total yards twice all season.
Yeah.
Now, that doesn't disqualify the passing prop from hitting, because you mentioned the Chargers. Where do they excel? It's stopping the run. And if the Jets fall behind, okay, which maybe they do, that's going to force them into more passing situations, particularly late. So Wilson's going to be throwing. And while I brought up the fact that the Chargers over the last 4 games only giving up an average of 20.3 points, that doesn't disqualify them from giving up passing yards here. And it is a low number. It's not a number that, I would feel great about Wilson going over, but it is a low number for sure against the pass defense like you laid out. That is not very good. I'm going to look at the other quarterback here for my prop on the Hustle Pod here on Monday. And, I don't want to infringe on Andy Lang's territory. Mark called me the prop master earlier in the program, but we have hit a prop 4 weeks in a row since doing this show here with Mark every Monday. Let's make it 5. And I'm looking at Justin Herbert to throw an interception. Just one, Mark. And it is even money at plus 100. That is a little surprising to me, because earlier in the program, I did mention Justin Herbert will be without his top 2 targets tonight, Williams and Palmer. He's facing a very good defense with a ball-hawking secondary. The Jets D, near the top of the league in DVOA and EPA. Even if the Chargers offense was operating at full strength, I wouldn't be rushing to the window to bet a lot of their player props over here. But the fact of the matter is, Williams and Palmer, Mark, they've accounted for nearly 1/3 of the team's receiving yardage. So that is a substantial loss in production on that side of the ball for LA. So Herbert's going to basically be forced to target Keenan Allen and the rookie Quentin Johnson, who has been a big disappointment, quite frankly. And I sense a mistake can be made, especially with the likes of Sauce Gardner lurking, okay? The Jets have 8 interceptions already in 7 games, top 5 in passing yards allowed and yards per attempt. Herbert did not throw an interception last week, but again, who was he facing? A very bad Bears defense, okay? This Jets defense, a massive upgrade from them. The Jets also do a great job at pressuring the quarterback, oh, by the way, which can lead to mistakes. I think Justin Herbert will throw an interception tonight. In the 3 weeks prior to last week, Mark, he tossed 4 INTs, 1 in every game, 2 against the Chiefs. Chiefs have a good defense. Jets have a good defense. I think the Jets pick off Justin Herbert at least one time. Justin Herbert to throw an interception, even money, is my best bet for the show today on the Hustle Pod.
Great stuff. Again, go to wt.buzz/BP to get Brian Powers plays every single day. College hoop season kicking off here, guys. And there's a lot of amazing specials over at Wager Talk right now. Half off all college basketball single play packages for the entire. Again, go to WagerTalk.com there. 7 and 30-day college basketball passes have been posted to certain handicappers pages as well. So there's a lot of great stuff going on at WagerTalk.com. Make sure you guys check it out there as well. We have the association going tonight. Just a quick look there. I think we're officially done with this sort of soccer pseudo play-in tournament thing here, right? Like I think we're
not done with it, but it happened on Friday, and these are regular season games again. Yes, I stayed away from the Friday card. I didn't know how to handicap that. I didn't want to be surprised by anything, so I stayed away. But I am back. I've got 2 selections on tonight's NBA card. It's a good card. There's a lot jumping out at me here. Total aside, I've got everything. I've got that and my Monday night best bet all bundled together. As a matter of fact, right now my page.
Outstanding stuff. I will give a quick nod to the Orlando Magic laying 1.5 at home to the Dallas Mavericks. Interesting line there for a team that not a lot of people are looking at with Orlando, one of the best defenses in the league, a lot of youth, obviously Paolo Banchero and what they can do there. I think this is a team that might, crazy to say, 6, 7, maybe 6 seed, might even be able to get out of the play-in tournament this year. Orlando making a big leap, so try to get on the Orlando Magic early on this year as well. With that defense, that 224.5 total might go under, especially with Dallas on the other side. If they can limit Dallas' scoring, I think the pace will slow down. So just a look that I have. No official play yet for me in the NBA tonight, but something that BP and I discussed before the show and an area to go worth giving a look at if you think that is worth your time. College hoops again today underway. For you degenerates watching college hoops right now and betting on it, good for you. We're proud of you. We love you. We appreciate the dedication and commitment as we're filming this here prior to noon today. But that's, listen, we got a full day of college basketball here, BP.
We do. And I'm going to be on the college basketball show on opening day in just a couple, but who knows, by the time people check this out, they may have already seen that. So I'm looking forward to breaking a couple games down. I believe I'm on with Drew Martin and Rob Vino. Great crew. People could check us out there. Of course, you always want to make sure, if you already haven't done so, to hit that subscribe button. And that way you're instantly alerted when any of these exclusive videos drop on the Wager Talk YouTube page. And as always, if you would be so kind, please give Mark and I the good old thumbs up as we look to hit another prop. You don't even have to wait. If you would be so nice till the prop comes in, either of our props, just give us a thumbs up right now. We would appreciate your support. And that's all I got, I think, Mark.
Speaking of which, on Twitter, at Mark Zinno, and on Instagram at the same, at Mark Zinno, MarkZinno. Give Brian Power a follow. At Brian Power _wins on Twitter. But on Instagram, and he needs to get his Instagram game up. At Brian Power WT. You need to step up your Instagram following. Your videos they're classy, they're well done, they're well produced. You're a good-looking guy. You have a very affable smile, and I just, we need to grow your online profile here.
Okay, I'll do more on Instagram if you say so, and if Kelly says so, that's always gets me on there immediately, putting more videos on there as well.
Always the ultimate motivation. All right, again, hit that like button, hit that subscribe button on the Wager Talk YouTube channel. Appreciate you guys following us as always. Full edition of the Hustle Show podcast every Thursday, 7 p.m. right here. For Brian Power, I'm Mark Zinno. Good luck on Monday Night Football. Good luck with all the rest of your bets. Go cash them tickets. We'll talk to you tomorrow.